Since the escalation of Freedom Fumble, Helldivers creators have been discussing and dissecting every minor little syllable that came along with a Fallout. Now, I do understand the drive and desire to cover every bit of news. I'm not faulting that. We need those types of creators. But you won't be finding that here on this channel. What you will be finding on this channel, though, is me talking about a small detail that people seem to have glossed over and nobody seems to have covered. And that's the reworking of the Charger. Hey everyone, my name's Dino, the Casual Diver, and today we're going to go full science and selective realism on the reworking of the Charger. Let's go. How far does reworking go, you say? Well, I can't imagine it's going to be a full remodel, but what I do think is there's clearly going to be some big shake-ups with regards to the original meta of taking these Goliath ball bags down. What the fuck? We know the extent of the issues, the fact that the arse end hitboxes do not work, and that hitting the exposed abdomen does nothing, whereas it clearly should.
What is a Charger?
Okay, we're dealing with a genetically modified beetle here of sorts, I'd say, and the strongest bug we're aware of in the animal kingdom is the
diabolical ironclad beetle.
The diabolical ironclad beetle's armor is primarily made of a material known as chitin, a fibrous substance that is a key component in the exoskeletons of many insects. It's been shown to endure pressures of up to 39,000 times its own body weight. It measures at least 50 millimeters in length and stands around 1.8 centimeters in height. Before I researched anything, I was hoping to then compare this beetle to the Charger by increasing its stats to reflect a real-life comparison. But continuing with this utterly unrealistic size comparisons, I did in fact ask Twinbeard for the actual size of the Charger, and I even stated it was for science. So, let's get to the experiment. Now, I'm certain we can assume that Helldivers are averagely 5'8", 6 foot. Now, I know this because I found an image on the internet confirming it. And next to a Charger in game, well, Chargers look around 9 to 10 feet tall. So if we take the density of the
diabolical ironclad beetle
and 39,000 times its own body weight, we'll need to multiply 10 by 39,000, which equals 390,000 grams, which is 390 kilograms, and converting that to pounds is 860 pounds. So, at 10 grams, this little bastard can withstand 860 pounds worth of pressure. It stands at around 1.8 centimeters, and I'm covering both audiences here, so bear with me. To subtract 1.8 centimeters from 10 feet, we'll first need to convert both measurements into the same unit. 10 feet is equal to 120 inches. There's 12 inches in a foot. Multiplied by 10, 10 equals 120 inches. Now, we convert 1.8 centimeters to inches, which is 0.7. So, 10 feet minus 1.8 centimeters is approximately 119.29 inches. Where am I going with all of this? Well, if the diabolical ironclad beetle was our realistic version of the Helldivers Charger, to get an equal theory-based equivalent, we now need to multiply the pressure at which it can withstand by the rough guesstimated size equivalent. That's 39,000 multiplied by 119, and that equals 4,631,000. There's no easy way to say this, Diver, but we're fucked. Again, this is a fun theory-based video for everyone. This isn't me preaching the Helldivers Bible to the masses. We're having fun here, and if my mathematics is wrong, blame Elon, because I used the Grok AI to help me out on this. So the Charger's armor in this theory-based universe can withstand 4.6 million pounds, that's 20.8 kilos, worth of pressure. The beetle's armor is a material known as chitin. It's a long-chain polymer of a derivative of glucose, specifically N-acetylglucosamine. That didn't take me about 3 minutes to learn. And the melting point of N-acetylglucosamine is apparently 203 degrees centigrade, which is 401 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the density and volume, of course. And I did in fact ask Grok if a measurement of N-acetylglucosamine can withstand 4.6 million pounds worth of pressure, what would be its melting point? And it actually couldn't give me an answer, and I truly do not have the mathematical intelligence to even begin to think of what the equation would be. And if you do, leave it in the comment section down below, because that'd be like a fucking Chad thing to work out. I'm deadly serious. If you can work that out, comment section, please. And lastly, I asked what a 10-foot diabolical ironclad beetle would weigh to get a Charger-like comparison. And the answer was interesting, but with taking into account theoretical and biological scaling laws, it's estimated to be between around 300 to 600 pounds.
That's a huge bitch!
So yeah, that's what we're working with. A 10-foot, 600-pound tank-like testicle on legs that has an outer casing that can withstand 4.6 million pounds worth of pressure.
How do we rework battling it?
Flamethrowers. Military-grade flamethrowers typically use fuels like gasoline, diesel, or specialised mixtures like napalm, which can burn at temperatures generally ranging from 1000 to 1200 degrees Celsius. That's approximately 1832 to 2192 degrees Fahrenheit. Our Charger's armour has a melting point of 203 degrees Celsius, although let's multiply that by 10 for the height of the creature, and that means we should have a melting point of around 2030 degrees centigrade. That's 3686 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, taking into account environment factors, outside temperature, fuel types burn hotter than others, selective realism, our in-game flamethrower should cause the Charger's armour to expand and fail, almost certainly within a handful of seconds. You know what would be fun? Having a Charger with 2 phases of damage. Flamethrowers to heat up portions of the armour, causing them to shatter, leaving the flesh it was protecting exposed to even more flames. Or a primary weapon to really make mincemeat of that leg. If Arrowhead are wanting enemies like Chargers to still be a formidable foe, while at the same time making weapons realistic and catering to their weapon balances, how about using a flamethrower to expand the outer armour, shattering it, and then allow small arms fire to bring that bulbous ball bag down? It makes sense to me. Both challenging and tactical ways to battle, weapons are powerful but not super powerful, and satisfaction when felled. Win-win for both parties. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comment section down below. Vote for me.
Piercing the armor.
A bug as ugly as this should most certainly be on the top shelf when it comes to our Super Earth military defense complex, assuring that standard issue weapons be capable of spreading bullets of democracy and killing the casual fodder regardless of armor value. The standard issue AR-23 Liberator should be capable of penetrating the Charger's armor. However, it should take either 2 to 2.5 full clips to shatter the Charger's armor guarding its shin before allowing any bullets to be able to puncture the underlying flesh. 45 rounds a clip, we dive with 8. But let's take some selective realism and pretend that we are heroes of Super Earth and not just cannon fodder for a meat machine, and agree that a vanilla Helldiver loadout should be equipped to deal with any of the average fodder you would experience on a medium level setting. Regardless, in my opinion, that leg armour should be penetrable with small arms fire with varying degrees of bullets required before shattering occurs. Running solo with an SG-22 Bushwhacker, watching that leg armour degrade as you pummel it with shotgun slugs sounds like a ton of fun. Challenging as well, because close range shots will of course do more damage, and satisfying when you actually kill it. Do you agree? I do. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. And vote for me. So, in conclusion, I feel like there's more fun to be had with this ball bag. But I have hopes for this coming 60-day roadmap to save Helldivers 2, because I'd like to think that the team are going to not only rework the Charger, but in doing so, maybe open their eyes to more potential changes that can make enemies more interesting and more challenging, but at the same time making it feel like we are the biggest badasses in the universe. Because what we're supposed to be the ones ruling the galaxy. The ones people turn to. Spreaders of managed democracy. Ruiners of tyrannical regimes. No child should grow up in fear of being impaled by human hybrid killer cyborgs. Cockroaches on steroids. The rich will no longer have tax havens. Public transport shall be free. You will have nothing and you will be happy. If you've gotten this far, thank you, and thanks for doing your bit for my Super Earth social credits. I don't know, it all helps in every other way, but I do stream on Twitch and Kick, so don't hesitate to come on, give us a follow on either of those platforms. And I would like to thank this month's Ko-fi donators, Twins Wizard, Grand Wizard, and Captain Thundermink. Thank you guys. I hope I'm saying, is it Ko-fi or Coffee? I don't really know. If you do wish to support what I do and help make more of this content possible, then please do so by following the Coffee or Ko-fi link, whatever it's called. It's in the description down below. Thanks for being here though, and until next time.